Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. And we have something that looks actually quite remarkable here, given the fact that it's May 27th and hurricane season hasn't even started yet. And we've already had the A storm. We may actually wind up with the B storm if this weather system that's off the South Carolina coast gets any better organized than it already has. The Hurricane Center has acknowledged this with a 70% chance that this could become a tropical depression or a tropical storm before it makes landfall later this morning. Even if it doesn't get named, the fact that we're actually seeing something organized in an environment that really didn't look all that uh, positive as far as conditions being favorable for development, that might be telling us something about the hurricane season going forward, that it's going to be a relatively busy one. Doesn't necessarily mean that you get early storms that it's a busy season, but with the La Nina and everything else, which we talked about last night on my on our YouTube show, it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting next few months. But this morning, you see the well-developed circulation here that is offshore. There's a nice looking core that is shown up on the satellite. And looking at some of the observations here as of 8 o'clock this morning, seeing a northwest wind on a buoy that's off the South Carolina coast. And on the other side of it, you've got an east-southeast wind at about 20 knots or so with some gusts up into the 30s. And actually, this one particular buoy that doesn't have a full ob had a gust of 51. So pretty interesting here that the system may actually wind up getting a name out of the way before it moves inland. And it will move inland later today. Here's what it looks like on the radar. And you can see a well-developed concentration of showers and storms. Very definitely a closed circulation here, and there's even a fairly good-looking core of showers and storms close to where I think where the circulation center is. And the Hurricane Center also has been saying that they have had reports of tropical storm force winds offshore. So they may have to act in a hurry here if because this thing is getting fairly close to land, and it will move onshore later today. Meanwhile, just a quick look across the country. And as far as some watches and warnings are concerned, we still have some flash flood watches up in parts of western Virginia and west central North Carolina. Excessive heat down in in California and in parts of the Southwest. And we've got some patchy dense fog around this morning in areas from Maryland northeastward to New Jersey and parts of Long Island, especially near the coast and coastal southern New England. This is going to be another day where low clouds will give way to some sunshine. The Storm Prediction Center for today, severe weather risks in North and South Carolina, where that system is coming ashore, also across the central Gulf Coast, and back over into Texas, where we have an area of enhanced risk being indicated. I'm just going to jump to Friday here. Just a quick look at tomorrow's risk: eastern North Carolina, eastern Virginia, and then back across the Tennessee Valley down into Texas and Louisiana. Friday, we're going to have an approaching cold front, and the Storm Prediction Center has picked up on this with a marginal risk of severe weather from New York, upstate New York, on southward into northern Virginia, more inland than the coast. And then we may see that area shift over for Saturday. So let's take you through what to expect for the rest of the day. First off, with regards to the system along the South Carolina coast, you can see that by noontime it's already inland. So it's just a matter of whether they see some observations in the next couple of hours that require it to upgrade. And then that rain area is going to move northwestward fairly quickly through western Virginia, West Virginia, and then on up into western Pennsylvania. I was a little concerned that some of those showers might get in here for tomorrow across the Northeast, but it looks like this thing is going to be tracking a bit further to the west. Here's the view from a more westerly view to see, and you can see the showers coming in into South Carolina, North Carolina, and then they move on northward into the western part of Pennsylvania. So I don't see any big problems for today, certainly. It's going to be whatever low clouds that are around this morning will give way to some sun. And this, probably tomorrow there might be a few more clouds around because of all this tropical moisture coming northward. And then Friday, a southwest wind of a rather warm and humid day. Here comes a cold front with some showers and storms Friday night into Saturday morning. Looks like the front's going to move offshore by early Saturday morning and maybe keep on going. I'm still a little leery about something hanging back and maybe triggering off a shower or storm during the day on Saturday, but a little more optimistic on the GFS, and then it'll be cooler and drier as we move into Saturday night and Sunday and into the start of next week. So here's a look at high temperatures for today. Once we see the sun break out, which it did yesterday, it's going to do it today. Some places are breaking out faster than others, of course. Highs will be in the low to mid 70s along the coast, upper 70s to around or just over 80 inland. There might be a little bit more cloud cover to the south for tomorrow. For Thursday, we're looking at highs 60s, coastal southern New England, coastal New Jersey, mostly 70s inland, 70s to upper 70s and low 80s, southern PA down into Virginia. Then on Friday, as the cold front begins its approach, and we're going to get a southwest flow, temperatures are going to be up into the 80s with some sun, and then watch for some late day or evening showers or storms, mostly inland and west of the coast. And then Saturday, depending on whether that front moves along, we should be mostly in the 70s. And Sunday, with some sunshine and cooler air coming in, highs are going to be in the upper 60s to low 70s, and we're probably going to hold on to that cold air with 60s to near 70, cool air, I should say, for next Monday. Just really quick, just take a look at the satellite loop on the wide view. You can see the cloudiness that's over us this morning. You go up just north of New York City, though, and into upstate New York and into central and northern New England. It's already partly to mostly sunny. And we're also seeing some breaks in northeast PA. It's pretty much how it started yesterday before the clouds broke apart, and I'm expecting a repeat performance. All right, folks. So look, have a great day. We'll see you later. Your Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7 o'clock. If you missed it last night, we had on meteorologist Bill Goodman from the National Weather Service over in Upton, which covers the New York City, Long Island, New Jersey, Hudson Valley, and southwestern Connecticut zones. And it was a pretty interesting conversation. And we talked about hurricane season coming up, but we even touched upon what, if any, implications an active hurricane season has with the next winter. I know it's way down the road, but I figured I had him on. I might as well ask him. So you can look at that. You can watch it on the Meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app, which you can download for free or from Google Play or on the App Store, or you can watch it on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. All right, have a great day, everybody.